Here's what you need to know about my opinion of the Durham report. First of all, we already knew Trump didn't collude with Russia. So, we're just revisiting that again. Okay, so the new stuff that's come out is that they should have never investigated in the first place, apparently. Trump's campaign meeting with some Russians, that doesn't mean that they colluded or found collusion or anything like that. But doesn't warrant an investigation. Come on now. Now, a 3-year-long crazy investigation propped up by the media, spinning a narrative with pure conjecture, which I see the right do 24/7. But anyway, the left does the same shit. But the right likes to act like they don't do the same shit. And when I say the right, I mean the MAGA turds. Yeah, I called you turds. I don't care. I still love you, but you're turds. And the reason why I still love you is because most of you are my family and friends. So that's because, one, I live in the South, family, and my friends here. And because I'm in crypto, and there's a lot of Trump supporters in crypto, surprisingly. Not surprisingly, but anyway, it just seems like nothing. It's so what I want to know is if they didn't find anything, if there never should have been an investigation to begin with, and perhaps, but they're not going, but no one's seeing any kind of conviction, even though Durham is definitely the person that would try to seek that out, but he's not trying to seek out any kind of, punishment, legal consequences. What does that tell me? That tells me there was a reason to do the investigation, or he's incompetent at his job, and we should see some arrests, some detaining, some questioning, some interrogating, something of these feds that launched this investigation that they apparently should have never even launched. Now, maybe the argument is they didn't launch it for political reasons, but we do have one guy in a text group saying that he wants, or not a text group, but in a private text saying that he, hates Trump and blah, 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 blah. But what else? I just don't understand. So if the FBI did something they weren't supposed to do, and it was, in fact, a political hit job by the FBI on Trump, then why are we not seeing convictions? Why are we not seeing people get in trouble? Why is Durham just like, we're not gonna prosecute anybody. We're not gonna charge anybody. They should have never done it. But, we're just not going to charge anybody. It doesn't make any sense. So it's one of two things. Either they did have a reason to investigate, how long the investigation should have been, how much the media should have blown it up. Now, I think personally that the FBI got shafted by the media as far as the perception of the FBI, because the mainstream left-leaning places like MSNBC and Rachel Maddow You know, they just took every single little bit of truth that they could and twist it into a story and give pure conjecture, which is exactly what I get onto the right about all the freaking time. But the left does the exact same shit. We don't have all the information, but we're gonna have a strong opinion on it. We don't have, now, it's one thing to have like, you know, 90% of like solid evidence, but if you only have little bits of truth here and there, but you're building some grand narrative around it, man, that's an agenda. That is what that is. That's an agenda. Whether or not the FBI played a hand in that, I'm not so certain. I know that they were probably too hasty in their investigation. But outside of that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, seems like the FBI was doing its job as they should have been, and perhaps maybe they went too far, but at the same time, they were just doing their job, but the media turned it into something way bigger than what the FBI was even providing them. So keep that in mind. Let's not just go with the defund the FBI. Defund the FBI. Oh, you want to defund the FBI? Go ahead and go march with the Black Lives Matter folks then. Since I know you love them so much, defund the police. Man, get the out of here, man. It's just, we want reform. We need reform in all police, you know, in all police, in general. Federal, state, local, just need reform. Nationwide freaking reform. At least have like a baseline of basic, requirements to become a police officer. Basic training requirements. I mean, I know they have basic training requirements, but I want basic requirements. You know what I mean? Just more training. More training. That's what they need. They need more training. Anyway, I guess I should get off of here since I'm driving, but I don't know. What do you guys think is going on with all? Do you think it's that big of a deal? Do you really think the FBI was behind some kind of big plot? Well, I guess when you tie the Twitter files into it, I guess you will think that. So, I honestly don't have any answers to that. I think that the Twitter files is largely a big nothing burger. But considering the FBI more or less, went too far in their investigation into Trump, it does make people question things. And that's okay. It is okay for people to be skeptical. But what I will not stand for is people wanting to completely dismantle American institutions. But I will be right there lockstep with you if all you do is ask for reform or bring in new people or something. Something's got to change. So that's all I know. But as far as like American institutions and stuff like that, the institutions themselves are strong and necessary. The people running them, a lot of them, not so much, too much of a political agenda. And if you ask me, we've got too much of political agendas in the wrong places. Another place where you can find the political agenda running rampant is the Supreme Court, of all places, that should not be running rampant. But yet they are. They literally have no rules about them like taking like trips and doing like having billionaires like travel them around the world, or buy them houses, or buy their granddaughters houses, or it's their cousins, their families, their mama's houses. Like, no conflict of interest there at all. Billionaires buying up, SCOTUS's, Supreme Court justices. Shockingly, the Supreme Court justices decided that they can do these things. And they're the highest court in the land. What are we going to do about that? Maybe we shouldn't have appointed corrupt-ass people to be part of the SCOTUS. SCOTUS is Supreme Court of the United States, for those unaware. If you are unaware of that fact, then none of this video probably made any sense to you, because you are a lemming and you don't pay attention to politics. And that is fine. Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes I wish I was ignorant. Welcome back to My Political Mind. I'm thinking about changing it to the talking head guy. Random talking head. And just have like my head, and I'm just going to be a random talking head. But I'm not random, because everybody that sees this, most of the people that are going to see this initially, I don't know how far the reach will go. Most of the people that'll see this initially, well, they'll say they know me. But to wrap this all up, let me just say, this Durham report, at least this whole narrative that's being built around it, it is a strong narrative. It is a strong political narrative for Trump. And I just realized I have my earbud in, so this might sound kind of like a phone call, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. It's my first video back, people. I'm rusty. What do you expect? But yeah, I think, barring some kind of legal setbacks, which still wouldn't keep him from being able to run for president, and the fact that he's not gonna like go to jail anytime soon. Just as Trump I'm talking about, he's not like gonna go to jail anytime soon. Like, even if he was convicted, like, he's going to go through court. Like, this is gonna be a drawn out process. He could probably be in court the entire time he's president, which is stupid. I just think that somebody that just has that much baggage around him, half of it, you have to know half of it is just his own doing. The other half is the media and Democrats, just losing their freaking mind over every little thing that he does. Now, I do have strong issues with Trump, but I also have strong issues with the media going after just basically the wrong things. Like, go after the guy on policy. The guy was terrible on policy, in my opinion. Terrible. Terrible on policy, terrible on diplomacy, terrible with our allies, snuggled up to freaking dictators and authoritarians, like, and shunned our biggest allies. Like, we had to repair those relationships, and thank God for Putin for helping us repair those relationships. But yeah, for the most part anyway. I could just keep on talking, but this video is already going a little bit long for the first video back. Yeah, if you like what you saw, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Comment down below, let me know what you think. I already know what a lot of you probably think. Oh, it's a witch hunt, blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, okay, cool. When it comes to politics, I'm not gonna read too, let's just put it this way, be nice in the comments. Just be nice. Disagree with me if you'd like. I would prefer it, honestly, because I like hearing other people's opinions. I'm not just going to shout you down and say you don't have an opinion. Your opinion's not legit. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. I will tell you that I disagree with your opinion, and we can work from there. But outside of that, let's just have conversations. That's what I want to do on this channel. I want to have conversations. And if you want to join the conversation, hit me up on Twitter at mypoliticalmind, but mind without the I. So it's at mypoliticalmnd. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel. Yep. Hit the notification bell to be notified for when I create new content, when I go live. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.